President Akufo Addo joins 24 other heads of state and government for the International Solar Alliance, or ISA Summit, at the invitation of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as well as French President Emmanuel Macron. More on the summit in next week's edition of the Presidential Diary. Meanwhile, Ghana marked her 61st year of independence on March 6, 2018. The theme for the celebration, Ghana Beyond Aid, was specifically chosen by President Akufo Addo to remind the nation of the need to work towards achieving a Ghana that does not basically depend on Western support for survival. Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari was a special guest of honor. The morning of Ghana's 61st independence anniversary, and President Akufo Addo walks to meet the Board of Trustees of the National Cathedral, together with guests who have come to witness the design of what will become a monumental edifice in the nation's capital. During the country's 60th independence anniversary last year, President Akufo Addo cut the salt for architectural work to begin. 1 year down the line, the master planner, Sir David Ajay, is here to present to the President and the Board of Trustees the outlook of the final work when completed.
And the people of Ghana. It is my deepest honor to present to you the architectural vision for the National Cathedral of Ghana. Today, on Ghana's National Day of Celebration of Independence. Unveiled here today will be a unique 21st century landmark.
On Sunday, the 25th of February 2018, 9 days to Ghana's 61st independence anniversary, President Akufo Addo visited the Washington National Cathedral, the idea behind the new plan. The Washington National Cathedral, officially Cathedral Church of St. Peter and St. Paul in Washington, D.C., was chartered by the U.S. Congress in 1893 and established on Mount Auburn, the highest point in the city of Washington, D.C., in 1907. Its cornerstone was laid by President Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the U.S. Although construction slowed during a period of economic hardship, the building was completed in 1990, taking over 80 years to build. President Akufo Addo was taking round the various chapels and sessions of the cathedral, which serves as a national worship center for major national and religious activities in the U.S. Back in Accra, President Akufo Addo reminded the nation of the significance of the National Cathedral and hoped that it may not take such a long period to complete the national edifice.
Exactly a year ago, on 6 March 2017, the 60th year of our independence, I cut the sword for the construction of a national cathedral on my way to the Independence Square celebration. The purpose of the cathedral, as I indicated at the sword cutting, was to offer thanksgiving to the Almighty for His blessings to us as a nation, and to address a missing link in the nation's architecture by building a church for national purposes. We're grateful to the Almighty that exactly a year on, and once again on my way to the Independence Square celebrations, we're gathered here to unveil the design. I'm deeply grateful to the distinguished Board of Trustees and the eminent clergy and the Secretariat of the Cathedral Project for working around the clock to make this possible. One of the significant developments of the past year was the commissioning of an architect for the Cathedral project. I'm proud to announce to the nation that we have commissioned one of the most iconic of contemporary global architects and a son of Ghana. David Ajay as the main architect for the project. Some of his iconic works include the National Museum of African American History and Culture in Washington, D.C., and the Nobel Peace Center, the Museum of the Nobel Peace Awards in Oslo, Norway. In commissioning him, we pay tribute to Ghanaian and Ghanaian diasporan excellence. As you will soon see and hear, David Adjaye's design for the National Cathedral not only addresses our needs, but it is one that we can all be proud of as Ghanaians. Throughout history, what has distinguished the great cathedrals and those with a national character is the broad mobilization of the entire community in support of the building and maintenance of the cathedrals. Before the cathedrals, this was true of the temples and the tabernacle. On Sunday, the 25th of February this year, I visited the Washington National Cathedral to go and worship, and was reminded once again of this truth. The challenge of building Ghana's National Cathedral, therefore, relates to the mobilization of our people in support of the project. The broad representation of the Ghanaian Christian community at this event shows the emergence of a national coalition that will arise and build the cathedral to the glory of God. I was told by the priest of the Washington National Cathedral that it took 83 years to complete. I'm confident that Almighty God will enable us to build ours in a shorter period. Thank you, and may God bless us all in our homeland Ghana and make her great and strong.
Minutes after unveiling the plan of the National Cathedral at the Accra International Conference Center, President Akufo Addo joined the thousands of Ghanaians who had gathered at the Black Star Square in Accra, also known as the Independence Square, to mark the 61st